Hi there, this is Vinny from Project Frugal. In this video we're going to explore fire, what it is and what it can do for you. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so what is FIRE? FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. FIRE is a way that you can save and invest and essentially earn passive income via dividends and growth, and then you never have to work again. Well, that's the idea. So in a traditional retirement, people go to school, maybe get some higher education, they get a job, then they work until they're 65, and maybe they've got some money left if they're lucky, if they've been smart with their money, and then they retire, get a government pension, and live happily ever after until they die. Well, that doesn't sound very exciting. And I tell you what, I'd rather maybe save a lot of money now, and hopefully I'd be able to retire earlier than 65, that's for sure. So let's look at the 5 different ways that you might be able to achieve retiring early before you're 65. First one we're going to look at is called regular FIRE. This basically involves saving your money and saving enough of your money so it can cover your regular expenses. There was a study done called the Trinity study that said you could safely withdraw 4% of your investments and live off that for the rest of your life. So an example of that, if let's say you had $1 million in the bank, well, that'd be nice. If you had $1 million, 4% of that is $40,000. So if you could live your expenses covered $40,000 a year, potentially you could draw out $40,000 a year and live off that for the rest of your life. Hopefully you wouldn't be buying new cars or anything like that. So that's one option. The next one we're going to look at is lean FIRE. So lean FIRE is essentially minimizing as much expense as you can. So essentially you're living off rice and beans. You're living a minimal life. You might not have a car. You're cutting as many expenses as you possibly can, and you're cutting things down to the bare minimum, but you need a lot less money for that. An example of lean FIRE, you might only need maybe $200,000 maybe. If you could get 4% off that, you might be able to maybe scrape up $15,000 to $20,000. If that's all you need, that's all you need. So let's look at Barista Fire. With Barista Fire, you work part-time, you'll get X amount of income from your investments, but they're probably not going to cover all the things that you need to spend or cover your expenses. So with this one, you work part-time, but you'll derive some of your income from your investments and dividends. This one's called Coast Fire. With Coast Fire, you save up a certain amount, let's say $100,000, and then you stop investing at that point, and with that money, you just let it sit there. You carry on working your full-time job or whatever sort of job you got to cover your regular expenses, and you just let the money compound over time. And in 20 odd years, you might have enough that you can retire without actually putting any more money in at that point. And the last one on our list is called Fat Fire. This is where you want to live a luxurious lifestyle, so you might want to have an income of, let's say, $100,000 a year. For this one, you would need to save up about $2.5 million if we go by the 4% rule. This one's the hardest to achieve, but nothing is impossible. No matter which type of fire that you might want to go for, you can do it. So there you have it, a very quick rundown on the 5 different types of fire. For me personally, I'm going for lean fire, and if I can get some of the other ones, great. Ideally fat fire, but hey, it's a long way to go and it takes a lot of time to do this. If you want to see more content about fire, subscribe, like, comment, and ring the bell notification for more. Catch you in the next one.